Okay, so we're going to start having a look at the different layers of skin for where you place a cosmetic tattoo. These three lines are going to represent the areas of skin that we would work in. For those of you who know a lot about skin, there are many more than 3 layers, but just to keep this simple, we want to look at the top layer, middle and bottom. Top is what you're going to see on the surface. Bottom would be talking about roughly where, if you were to pluck one of your eyebrow hairs out, where the hairs would grow from, down here. Anything else in the middle is just between here and here, so it just gives you an idea of the kind of depth that we're talking about. When you take your needle and you place some pigment underneath the skin, in an ideal world, you want to come down, just pierce underneath the skin, and draw a nice straight line of pigment under the skin. Take the needle back out. The closer you get the colour to the surface of the skin, the truer and nicer and more warm the colour will be. If everything is going good, the client has good skin and your pressure and your depth is good, then what you should have at the end of it is a healed hair stroke that's nice and fine and looks just like this. Often in the beginning, when you're given your tattooing machine, your device, the temptation is to push and actually press the colour into the skin. So instead of drawing the nice straight line, you're going to come in with your needle and you're going to apply pressure and you're going to scoop the motion down like this. By pressing down hard on the skin, the pigment will be injected far too deeply down into the skin, and the further down it goes, the more grey the colour becomes, and as well as becoming grey, everything will spread and blur in the skin. So instead of your nice hair stroke looking nice and crisp like this, you will have a dark grey blob that will look more like that. When you're scared of going too deep, the other thing that goes wrong is that you'll go too shallow. So you'll take your needle, the second you feel it touching the skin, you'll panic a little, and instead of pushing it through and keeping it nice and just underneath, you're going to run your needle just along the top of the skin, pull it back off. As the skin heals and scabs, all that will happen is this entire area that you marked along the skin will lift off and you'll be left with absolutely nothing. What usually happens in the beginning is a combination of everything that you've seen so far, and you will bring your needle down, you will pierce the skin, you start to draw a line, and then you'll panic and you'll take the needle out, so you'll push it back down and you'll maybe push it a little hard, and then you'll just think, I hate this whole thing, and you'll take the needle out. This is why when your clients come back for the top-ups, when you're just beginning, that sometimes you have nice hair strokes, sometimes you have deep parts, sometimes you'll have broken ones. It's all to do with you being in and out the skin, whereas the only way to have a nice crisp clean hair stroke is to keep it perfectly in line just underneath the skin. Then you get a hair stroke.